Oh, you thought we were done with episode 1? Nah, bro, you crazy for thinking that. You wild one for that. For those who forgot, a few weeks ago, I started a series called Z-Man's True Tales. Basically, I described it, even in that episode, as pretty much a storytime animator without the animation. And I did say in that video that for episode 2, I talk about my worst birthday ever, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so either that episode's going to get more views because it was episode 1, it was made a few weeks before, or, given how negative YouTube is, this is going to be the more popular one because for some reason, talking about the worst of things is always more popular than talking about the best of things. Because who wants positivity in this cruel world? Okay, so I'll tell you guys about my worst birthday ever. To at least show that I am properly back on YouTube and I'm done for my vacation and all that. Which, if you're asking, I actually recently just finished My Name is Earl, not the season, but like episode 6. I'm like 6 episodes deep into it. Do you want to hear my thoughts on those episodes? Go to the video, if it exists yet. If not, wait. You can do that, can't you? Anyway, much like I did with the best birthday ever, I feel like I'm going to need to drop some context. Okay, so for my worst birthday ever, this one is actually like more of a prequel to the best one. Because if you remember from that episode, that was for my 5th grade class. That was a whole situation. But this one though I'm actually taking it back to 2nd grade. It was actually 2nd grade was actually the school year where I moved into the town that I now currently live in. So 2nd grade was a big changing point for me. Actually, wait a second. No, it was 1st grade. Okay, wow. True tales, folks. It was 1st grade. It was actually the year right before I moved into the town I currently live in. Yeah, wow. Well, good job, Z-Man. Thanks for the pointless info. Make them alive and don't script your video is to give you like an excuse for why stuff like that happens. No wonder you're never going to be a popular YouTuber. You couldn't even say YouTuber correctly. People don't come out on your videos for a reason. Okay, in all seriousness though, yes, it happened in 1st grade. It was the year before. Back then, I'd say I actually was pretty happy in 1st grade, which the rest of my school years ended up being happy, but that's a topic for a whole more sadder video that I'm not sure you guys would even be interested in. Please comment just anything. I am desperate. So yeah, I was in 1st grade, and ironically enough, I'm pretty sure it actually was straight up the day of my birthday. So, given that my birthday is June 17th, I guess by 1st grade, I was able to. I guess by 1st grade, school was still going on by that point because that was like middle of June. That's roughly around either the end of school or like it's the beginning of summer already. Usually the former, though, given how long people want to make school, despite the fact that the education system is complete garbage. But again, a whole other video. Anyway, so I was almost 4 minutes in, and I barely even talked about anything other than the grade I was in. Okay, seriously, need to get on with the story. Okay, so for this story, 1st grade. I'm trying to remember a lot about it, but honestly, I don't think of the best birthday ever. I don't remember as much about this one, which, I mean, on some level makes sense. I mean, I did just say I was younger in my life. Do you guys really remember much of your 1st grade experience? I'm shocked I remember anything. I'm shocked I remember memories as far back as being in, like, preschool. That's just crazy to me. But then again, I've been known for my family has told me I've had a really good memory, but instead of using it for school, I just use it for animation. Even though the education system, okay, I'm gonna move on. So yeah, from what I can remember, I'm pretty confident we actually had a field trip that day. So that was actually pretty cool. I'm pretty sure we went to a library of some sort, or at least just a place that had books. And that's why I think it's a library. I remember seeing like some little standees of like Mo Williams books, like Elephant and Piggy and the Pigeon. those are books I've actually grown up on, and I even have I'm not sure if I'll ever end up making an episode dedicated to like some of my book collections, but I do have a lot of Elephant and Piggy Biggies because I just love those books so much. And I even remember reading a few of the Pigeon books too, even if I'm not as like nostalgic for those ones. So okay, this sounds like a pretty good birthday so far, right? Well, during the whole time, and even when we were having lunch, no one cared it was my birthday. No one said a single thing. Hey, happy birthday, Z-Man, or hey, Z-Man, a good birthday. No one said any of that. No, nothing. Nada, zilch. I'm pretty sure even during lunch, I said like, "Man, this is the best birthday ever." No response. I just thought, "Oh, okay, maybe I should just shut up." But nope, that didn't even. No one said anything. The only part I seriously remember, and that's the part I'm going to seriously dedicate. And that's the part I'm going to really straight focus on now instead of being all about, is the ending. Because I remember at that point I realized no one even acknowledged it was my birthday. No one cares about Z-Man. I walk this lonely road. It's the only road I've ever known. So I was all sad and I straight up cried. That's right, a young lad crying. I was upset. I was miserable. I was so sad. I was like sad. Wow. And I was crying, and I even said, like, none of you guys even remember my birthday. Maybe me, I'm young G-Man. And I'm pretty sure, okay, so I had this friend slash childhood girlfriend named Isabella, or Isabel, or whatever. And she said, I remembered, girl, for someone who was 100% my girlfriend, like first grade girlfriend, you did not say anything to me. We didn't even talk that day. Wow, thanks, Isabella. I guess you're not my real girlfriend after all, despite the fact you're the closest thing I ever had to a romance or even a positive interaction with a female. Okay, I'm gonna move on now. Also, by female, I'll put like a little thing meaning female, but isn't from my family. Just to be clear, I don't want to make things sound too bad. Anyway, I'm pretty sure my teacher or just someone, but he wasn't, because I had like a female teacher and he was just some guy, but he was all like, "Oh, if it's your birthday, you have to go on down to the principal's office because you can get a gift if it's your birthday," which I guess was a thing they did back then. So I did, and I ended up getting a gift, so that was something cool. And you want to know what I got? If I hopefully am remembering this correctly, which I really should because this is a very nostalgic thing for me, I got a book called The Cow That Went Oink. I'm not sure if I'm just saying it dumb or actually, hold on. I'm going to look this up real quick. Okay, here. See? Yeah. Cow That Went Oink. Cow That Went Oink. I got it right. Whole story about a cow being all like oink oink, and then finding a pig that's all like moo moo, and that was a whole shebang. That was the whole story. But I liked that. Even if I'm confident I mostly liked it for that childhood experience. Wow, I'm pretty sure that was the first time I ever shared my screen for a video. So let me know how that went. Maybe I'll do that more in other videos. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, pretty much. Admittedly, if that was my worst birthday ever, I think it goes to show that I really didn't have terrible birthdays. I had another birthday experience. I'm pretty sure this was like the 4th grade where just where the same thing happened, but it was on a smaller scale because I was in 4th grade and I was a real man. And obviously, men don't have feelings or emotions because we're just better than women. Okay, that was a half joke. Oh, wait, I may get canceled with that. I mean, total joke chat. Either way, yeah, I mean, I don't like thinking about it, but it's also like, dog, I was in like 1st grade. Who cares? Hell, I straight up thought I was in 2nd grade at the start of this video. That shows how dumb I am and how much to be positive about it. I guess it just proves how much it doesn't affect me anymore. I've never been a social person. I am 100% introverted. I'm gonna hang out with my friends tomorrow, and I barely even consider them my friends. I'm not even gonna look forward to it, but I'm still doing it anyway because I have siblings who do like being around other people. But me, nah, man, I'm good. I'm gonna be a creepy old Z-man making his videos, watching My Name is Earl. Never even watched My Name is Earl before. I'm sorry, this one was like less. I know in the episode 1 I talked more about what actually went on, but due to me being younger than that, I can't remember as much. So my apologies that this wasn't like that. There was much less. There's more randomness going on in this episode. I'm a natural rambler if you get my introverted ass to actually properly say stuff and not just be quiet in the corner. So yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with this. Hopefully this video does just as well, if not even better, than episode 1. Episode 1 got views. I mean, most of my recent videos haven't been doing that great, so I can't be too. So I'm gonna take any amount of positiveness. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Unlike with my reviews, I can pretty much just make these whenever. So maybe if I find something interesting enough and I'm like not tired enough to make another one, I'll make the next episode. But for now, peace.